Welcome everyone, I'm back with another video review. This time I have the Space Pink Ranger and the 2-pack which features the Blue Space Ranger and the Silver Psycho Ranger. So let me show you guys what the product looks like. So this is what looks like. We have TJ on the left and the Silver Psycho Ranger on the right, and we have like a new Zane head to go with the Psycho Ranger figure. I'm very disappointed in the TJ head we got because it does not look like him at all. When you turn it to the back, we have this really nice picture of the Silver Psycho Ranger, and the Blue Space Ranger. And yes, it's a beautiful set. We have the Astro Axe right here. The Psycho Rangers, it looks like the Silverizer, that's what his weapon looks like. You have his Astro Blaster and some effect pieces. Next I'll show you guys the Space Pink Ranger. This is what she looks like. So we have Cassie's face right there. We have the satellite stunner and an effect piece here, and the Astro Blaster. This is what the figure looks like. What annoys me about the figure on the back is that they've gotten Cassie's visor perfect. Like, it's a perfect crescent. While on the actual figure, when I look at the box, it's not that circular, which kind of bugs me. I don't know why the same issue was with the legacy figures. Only figure that got it correct is the original Space Rangers figure. So yeah, so that's the 2 remaining Space Rangers. Once you have these, provided that you collected the previous Space Rangers, Power Rangers in Space is fully complete. So here I have the figures out of the packaging, and I have to say they look really nice. I'm going to start off by showing you the Blue Space Ranger. This is what he looks like. My Blue Space Ranger, as you can tell, there's a bit of black missing on his visor at this side over here. It's kind of annoying, but it's whatever. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. And that says Astro Axe. I'm not sure why it's not focusing. There we go. That says Astro Axe. It looks beautiful. I love the blue that they used. It's not too dark and it's not too light. It's perfect. Here's the TJ Head Sculpt. I don't know about you guys, but I do not see TJ. Let me focus this in. Yeah, I don't even know who I see. It just does not look like TJ. Here's Psycho Silver. That's his weapon. And I love the silver they use. It looks beautiful on him. And our Psycho Rangers are complete. We have all 7 Psycho Rangers, and I'll show you all of that later on. Here's the Zane, extra Zane head. He looks okay, but he does not look anything like Justin, Nemo, or Zane. It's weird, some head sculpts, they get it so perfect, and other ones, like, they look nothing like the character. And finally, here's the Pink Space Ranger. That's her satellite stunner. Looks amazing. And here's the Cassie head. They did a good job with Cassie. It actually does look like her. And here's the Astro Blaster. And these are the hand attachments. We got one karate chop hand and one fist. Cassie came with this fist right here, and it feels like I'm missing an extra hand. I'm not too sure where that one went. Must have dropped it somewhere. I do apologize for that. So I'll show you guys the articulation. Here's blue ranges. So with the feet you can side to side, front and back. Same with the arms, to side, up and down. One thing that bothers me is the shoulders. I hate how they lowered this here. It's actually supposed to be up here. I don't know why they never fixed that. The helmet as well, you can move it. And the chest, you can go all the way back like so, or all the way to the front like that. Yeah, it's a pretty basic articulation. It's the same articulation all the lightning figures have. And as far as Cassie is concerned, her legs can't move too much with the skirt. And side to side, up and down. You can move the head. One thing that's I don't care about this figure is the chest. The chest over here is a darker pink than the rest of the figure. It's apparent on most of the Pink Ranger figures. I don't know why they did that. So yeah, so those are the Space Ranger figures and the Psycho Silver figure. So this is what they look like with their human heads on. I have to say Cassie looks impressive on the actual figure. And one thing to note, I don't know if it's just my figure, but I really struggled getting the human head on the figure. I had to really force it in. It honestly felt like one of the Wave 1 figures. Within the earlier waves, getting the heads off and on was such a challenge. Yes. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. One thing too, also, we got to point out, the 2-pack for TJ and Psycho Silver, they based it on 5 of a kind when the Rangers are facing off the Psycho Rangers, and they all became Blue Rangers to destroy Psycho Blue. So yeah, because that's the same episode that Zane spooked Andros by wearing a silver costume, and he also tricked the Psycho Rangers. So yeah, that's what that is. So yeah, so that's what look like. They look impressive. And one thing to note too, I always loved TJ and Cassie as Ranger partners that would fight together. Especially loved them when they were fighting Tankenstein in that episode where the Mega Voyager was destroyed. I loved their teamwork. They looked really amazing. So here's all 6 Space Rangers with their helmets off and the human heads on. The only reason I did this first is because, like I said, getting Cassie's head on is very difficult, so I thought I'll show you guys this first and then all the Space Ranger helmets together. They look so impressive. I love it. Together, like, they look amazing. And definitely Andros is the best out of all of them because they did an amazing job. It looks just like the actor. After Andros, I have to get to Carlos, then Cassie, then Zane and Ashley. Because Ashley even looks a little bit like her. I know I always watch so much I don't like that head. But it looks slight bit like her. If you like really look at the head, you can see a little bit of Ashley, but TJ's head, no, you can't really see anything there. But yeah, so this is the Space Rangers team, and yeah, they're freaking amazing. I love it. Here's what all the Space Rangers look like with their weapons and the helmets on. And I have to say, they look impressive. I love them so much. I love that Power Rangers in Space is getting so much love. Not only did they get a Legacy version, but they also got a Lightning version. So we have like so many different depictions of the Space Rangers. Yeah, so that's what they look like. They're honestly amazing. And one thing I noticed a little bit is that the Silver Ranger, his helmet is a little bit bigger than the others, but yeah, they look amazing. I just wish their weapons could form the Quadro Blaster. That would have been really awesome. So it's comparison time. So I have the Bandai 98 figures for pink and blue. And I have the Legacy figures side by side. And for Psycho Silver, I just have the Legacy figure because most of you guys know we never got Psycho Ranger figures in 1998. So this is what they look like. Let's start off with the Blue Space Ranger. And I have to give major props to the Legacy helmets. They look amazing. But one thing I did not like is figures are too oversized. So let's compare side to side. The overall blue shade is pretty much the same. I love both blues, they look good. The helmet for the Legacy figures look amazing. The Lightning figure looks good too, but there are some paint issues on my figure. And one thing about this figure is I don't like how they didn't space out the squares enough. Like there is space here and here, but the Lightning figures, the colored square is evenly distributed. And definitely props for placing the shoulder pads where it's supposed to be compared to the Lightning figures that got it wrong. Overall, they're pretty much the same, but if I had to choose one figure, I would definitely go with the Lightning figure because even with all the accuracies in the Legacy figure, I always found the Legacy figures to be way too tall. We did not need huge figures like this. And let's bring the 98 figure. Sorry, this figure just does not want to stand. I don't know why. There we go. Here's the 98 figure. So again, still it's considerably smaller because it was a 5.5-inch figure. For its time, they did an amazing job. They got the helmet really accurate. They got the chest squares good too because the multicolored squares were not actually even squares. They're supposed to be rectangular, but they made it a square. And overall, I love the 98 Lightstar figures because they're very accurate, and they also gave us this neat little feature where their Lightstar lights up. I really wish the Lightning figures could have given us that too. I don't know how they would have pulled it off because they would be at like a nasty button that's like in the back here, but that would have been really cool. And let's compare the Silver Psycho Rangers. Oops. Here's our Lightning figure. I can get him to stand, that is. That's the one thing about these lightning figures, is getting them to stand. It's not easy. They just fall over really easily. We'll put them in the back here. I'll show you guys a close-up of both figures. Both figures are amazing, but what I prefer is the Psycho Ranger from Legacy line, because the helmet is not boxy like the lightning figure. Like, I'll try to show you guys what I mean. I don't know if you guys can see. See, the helmet looks more boxed up. This one looks more natural and curved, and that's what I like about the lightning figure. And everything else, though, looks the same. So both figures did an impressive job portraying Psycho Silver. And let's compare their weapons. This is what their weapons look like. They're very identical. Only difference is the Legacy version had a gold streak going there. This one doesn't. And the Legacy version has the top painted black, while this one, they left it without any color. And that's pretty much it. Now let's compare the Pink Rangers. And Legacy used a different pink color. It's I also like that pink. They both look amazing. And here's the Space Lightstar figure. Honestly, for 1998, they did an amazing job for the figures. The Lightstar figures are among my favorite. One thing Legacy dropped the bomb on is not releasing their signature weapons. So you had to either contact a prop designer that makes weapons and sells them, or you had to just deal. So yeah, that's the only thing there. But as far as detailing goes, I love the Legacy figures. Like, they do have a lot of the detailing, while the Lightning figures, they do have some inconsistency, such as like the torso being a darker pink than the rest of the figure, or like the parts of the figure not being painted properly. Like my Space Pink Ranger right here, the circle on the helmet, I don't know if I can move it so I can show you guys properly here. See, as you guys can tell, they didn't center the circle properly. It's almost touching the white line here, as opposed to, this is how it's supposed to look like. As you can see, there's a pink rim going around. The black isn't touching the visor, but this one is. There's a lot of inconsistencies with Hasbro's figures. That's the one thing I never liked about them. And Hasbro makes it that if you live internationally, your option is to really get them online or wait an eternity for these figures to show up. And that's the problem. When you get them online, you don't know what kind of figure you're getting. So yeah, oops, and there we go. So that's the Space Ranger figures. Next, I'll show you guys all the Psycho Rangers side by side. So here's all 7 Psycho Rangers side by side. They honestly look so beautiful. And there's something about having ranges of each color. It just makes them really stand out. Black is so dull, like it's so hard to make out the features that everything is black on him. I think they should have put white detailing around his visor, so that way you could easily make it out. Like how they had white detailing on the Black Space Ranger's Lightstar portion of the helmet, because not putting that, like, you really can't even tell the helmet apart. But overall, they look so beautiful. So with all of that out of the way, where can you get these figures, prices, and all of that? I got the 2-pack with TJ and Psycho Silver off Big Bad Toy Store, because in retail stores, he's not available in Canada. Amazon, Amazon it's not available to purchase. I mean, Amazon Canada. GameStop keeps pushing the dates further and further. Two-pack was supposed to be available January 12th, and they pushed it back till the end of the month, so I don't trust GameStop anymore. So if you are a Canadian, unfortunately, you only have two options. Either wait it out or pay the American prices. I paid the American prices. I didn't want to, but it's like I'm so sick of waiting. How long am I gonna wait? The pink Space Ranger, she's easily available on Amazon. If you live in Canada, get her from Amazon. You'll get her right away. I put out an order on Monday. I got her on like Wednesday, so yeah, she's easy to find. And yeah, and if you're an American, you have every resource available to you. People are finding it in stores. You have Hasbro Pulse, GameStop, Entertainment Earth, Target, Big Bad Toy Store. Like, you guys have it made. You guys are so lucky when it comes to collecting Ranger merchandise, because it's fully available in America. It's not like here in Canada. So yeah, so that's my review. Was going through my mind if I forgot to show you guys anything. And yes, if you enjoyed my review, please like, subscribe, comment. It really does help. Thank you so much, and have a great day.